Hello, ladies and gentlemen, and thank you for joining us here on Rugby 852. I'm your host, Jed Thigh. Game 2 of Round 1 in the 2020-21 Saxo Markets Men's Premiership for Hong Kong. And a first-up opportunity now to take a look at a Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers team that are well rebuilt, refurbished, retrofitted, ready to go, and of course, last year's Supremos Natixis Club, who were simply sensational in 2019-2020. Can they repeat it? Let's take a look at the teams. The Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers were forced to endure a tough 2019-20 Saxo Markets Premiership, suffering early season injuries that effectively saw them being the hunted rather than the hunter. Head coach Sam Hocking has been able to recruit during the off-season, adding size and power to a side that will need a fangs-out approach from the opening whistle.
That's the way to do it. What a try!
We've managed the players particularly well this year, and going in, we have a clean bill of health. Obviously, having the Sevens boys involved and the 15 boys back in straight from the beginning helps us a lot.
Skipper Josh Hurstich returns. His powerful carry game and outstanding ability to ignite the squad on both attack and defence puts a real glint in the eye of the Tigers.
I'm lucky enough to have a lot of experience in the pack with guys like Dan Barlow and Jamie Chipman, who've got a few years behind them, and in the backs I'll definitely be leaning on our new signing Josh Henderson and Kadu Lee.
With the inclusion of the National Sevens team players this season, the Tigers are bolstered in terms of skill, pace and endurance. Each of these aspects embodied by live wire halfback Kadu Lee.
I'm actually very excited to be playing this year Premiership League because we've been training for quite a long time now due to the COVID-19. I'm actually quite happy, and hopefully we can do well this season.
With Hurstich's leadership, the USRC Tigers will be looking to turn around a season they would rather forget. And given the upgrades, a turnaround is absolutely on the cards.
It's one of those seasons where what could go wrong went wrong for us. We're lucky enough we've got a resilient bunch, and the boys are ready to rip in.
It's been a long but busy off-season for Hocking and the Tigers Brain Trust, but they are confident they have taken the action necessary to fill out the roster and are delighted at what they've seen from the boys as the season draws near.
We've brought in Josh Henderson, who goes straight into the ERP program. Obviously, he'll be coming from a professional environment, he'll be looking to impress. We've also brought in a tight head prop, loose head prop, and a centre.
Yeah, actually all the Sevens players are back in to train the pre-season, and I think so far we've been training very well. With the new players coming in, I think we have a very good chance to do very well in the Premiership League this year.
Tigers struggled mightily last season, owing partially to situations that were out of their control. A number of fixes have been literally employed to help remedy the situation, and a date with Football Club in its opener should provide a benchmark.
I think you've definitely got to be performing consistently, but you can never say no to a bit of luck with injuries and stuff like that. But yeah, we'll be definitely looking forward to putting games together.
You look at last season and everyone can have a pretty good crack against anyone, so going to go up against the reigning champs straight from the off, I think it's an opportunity for us.
One team and one team alone set the standard in the 2019-2020 Saxo Markets Premiership. Hong Kong Football Club stamped its mark on an extraordinary season, posting a 9-1 league record, including 2 intense test-like performances against Valley, and yielding a history-making treble and total sweep of the major trophies available in Hong Kong Premier Rugby. Natixis Club. Instrumental to this has been head coach Jack Wiggins, twice outsmarting the Valley Brain Trust in vital fixtures. His stewardship so far has been one of transformation, creating a club culture that transcends reputation and instills a complete buy-in to the importance of team.
When I arrived, there was kind of maybe a culture around the club that just being football club was enough. So I guess for me it was about stripping it back and trying to rebuild the culture around finding a common purpose, bringing the guys together and kind of just resetting that speedometer.
Pivotal to the success last season was hooker and captain Campbell Wakely. The mobile front row with a knack for being on the spot is clearly a quiet achiever, but with a new season on the horizon, Wakely understands that his role is to push the boys to ever greater heights.
I think for us, we've just got to set new goals, try and lift the standard for the second year, and have something a bit higher to aim for. So keeping the standards high, making sure the boys are all up for it again this year, and keeping all the motivation really high.
Fly half Glyn Hughes made an instant impact on arriving into the Saxo Premiership. His relentless accuracy meant club were a threat every time they got within his range, but Hughes is clear that any threat he and his backline pose begins up front.
There's some very talented players in the backline, but there's nothing there unless you get decent balls. So that's the boys fronting up in the forward pack as well, and then getting us on the gain line, and it's a lot easier as a backline to function when that's the case.
COVID has been an issue for all 6 teams heading into the Premiership. However, Wakely is optimistic that his team is well positioned going into league play.
Given the situation at the moment, we've done really well in our lead up in the last couple of months, trying to get the boys in shape, trying to get our bodies right. So hopefully when the season starts in another couple of weeks, we can hit the ground running.
We train hard. The boys, particularly when we go into our splits, we've got a lot of talented lads that graft hard, and we've got some good coaches with Wigo and Maka and Tommy Isaacs now that's looking up to the backs. So we're well drilled as well. So as much as there's that flair and that individual talent, we're pretty well drilled.
Coming out of an extended pre-season, there are even whispers that club could be stronger than last season. With the surprise availability of certain players and the time to amalgamate them into the club way, Hong Kong Football Club may actually be a better team than the one that swept through the league last year.
I think our main strengths are our depth. We're pretty fortunate at club to have a lot of sevens players come back this year, so being able to utilise them and having a strong bench to come on and finish games, I think is a massive strength for us.
We'll continue to play the football club way. We're never going to be a team that's reserved. We'll leave everything out there, but at the same time we will always understand possession and territory and how those two things interlink. So yeah, I think we've evolved as a team, so let's expect some fireworks.
Despite turning in a season for the ages, club appears to be as motivated as ever, which may portend difficulty for the 5 teams chasing.
It's been hard to train as a team for the last however many months, so we just want to get out there in the next week or so and just put our best foot forward and try and put our best footy on the field, because we don't have those pre-season games like we usually do to prepare.
If we continuously want to improve, and when we kind of adopt that hunter mindset rather than the hunted, I think that keeps us grounded, keeps us improving every week, and allows us to focus on the process, not the outcome, which we've been driving a lot during pre-season. So yeah, success last year, but we've got to be able to do it again this year.
So a massive test for the Tigers as they take on club here at Kings Park. Let's now go down to the ground. Let's go to the footy, ladies and gentlemen, with Sam Fusey and James Cook in commentary.
And good afternoon, everyone. Welcome to Game 2 of this first round of the Saxo Markets Men's Premiership between Nactissus Hong Kong Football Club and USRC Borelli Welsh Tigers. I am Samantha Fiosi, and I'm joined here in the box by Cookie from Hong Kong Football Club. Cookie, what are your thoughts for the next 80 minutes?
Hey Sam, can I just say it's so exciting to have the rugby start off, this week after everything that's gone on. I think it's just amazing that we can actually get games underway, and if the first game's anything to go by, I think we're in for a great match. Maybe just talk a little bit about the 2 coaches on the 2 teams. Just talking with them during the week at the Prem launch, and Sam from Borelli Tigers his view on it is that they're going into the match with a team that's actually fit.
Yeah.
Last year they had so many injuries and so many reasons why guys couldn't make it onto the park. So he's very excited about that. They've got some new signings. I think young Josh Henderson, Scottish Sevens representative.
Yep.
He's a new one to look out for at 10. And then obviously you've got the leadership of the big boy, the big bopper,
Yep.
Josh Hurtstich, which I think is going to be great too. So, and then obviously right across the park, I think they've got a lot of talent. So, I think we're going to see a much different Tigers side than last year. And Football Club, on the other side, Football Club, I think the key message from Jack Wiggins, Wiggo, was really about not resting on their laurels. The fact that they are playing through champions,
Yep.
but not to rest on their laurels. They have a lot of depth as well. They've got some new players in. They've lost some players, but really, it all starts again.
Yeah, absolutely.
It all starts again.
As you said, Cook, it's been a real tough build up to the season, I guess. Not like every year where the team's able to have pre-season games. Have you had any insight in how teams have been preparing for this season?
Limited insight. We've seen some footage, some vision. They've had games against each other. Obviously, they've got big squads, so they've been able to play, games against each other, and they've done quite a bit of that. I mean, the key thing is they've done so much training because they've been waiting. I mean, with the season starting a bit later, they've done a lot of strength and conditioning. I know that. The players are fit. I mean, talking to all the captains during the week at the Prem launch, they're just excited about wanting to get out on the park and they're raring to go. And I guess if you look at Super Rugby this year and you look at the internationals that are being played now, I think there's going to be a bit of fireworks.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah,
I
really
think
looking
so
forward to
too.
it. Yeah.
I think so too. Also, I guess with the full availability of all the Hong Kong Sevens boys, both teams are able to have decent squad, decent fire line in their backs.
100%. I mean, that's a key factor. I mean, if you look at the club list, I see they've got Rafe Morrison, young Rafe Morrison, who's not so young now, but Rafe Morrison, they've got him starting at 12, which I think is an interesting dynamic given the fact that he's played most of his rugby at 7 in the back row. So, that's going to be an interesting one. And then you've got guys like Russ Webb coming off the bench. So, and then obviously on the Tigers side, Kato Lee. Well, he's a firecracker, isn't he? So it'll be interesting to see how he goes.
Yes, absolutely. As well as I guess the new signing for USRC Tigers, Josh Henderson, Scottish Sevens representative. Great to have him in town.
Yeah, I mean, haven't seen a lot of him, so not sure how he's going to front up, but he's a Glasgow Warrior, ex-Glasgow Warrior as well, I understand. So, he's been a guy that's been around, and they'll need that. They'll need, a steady head to lead them around the park. So, his role is going to be very important.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Tough season had by Tigers last year, but hearing what Sam Hocking was saying, head coach Sam Hocking, talking about how they've been building up for this season and how they're going into this season with a full strength squad should be quite exciting.
I think it's going to be absolutely brilliant. As I said, I think press the restart button because I think both sides, there's known and unknown quantities there. So I just hope we're going to get a great 80 minutes, and I'm sure we are.
Yep, very much so. And tell me about this Hong Kong Football Club team. The same 15 from last year. Have they had any new imports coming in?
Yeah, well, they've got sort of 3 or 4 new guys that have come in. Let's just talk about who those guys are. Typically, you've got Charles Kingham. He's a new prop that's come in. So he's going to be interesting. And they've got a number of players that they're still, I guess you'd say, that are still just arriving, getting their feet on the ground, and they're not starting today, but I know that they'll be back. I mean, I think the key thing with the football club squad is that they have they have such depth because you've got the Sevens players back. So right now we're just lining up for a moment's silence. If we can just,
please remain silent for a minute, please.
If we just talk to that quickly. So this is for Johnson Lee and Graham Headley, 2 football club Sandy Bay guys who lost their lives in the last 3 weeks. Great to see the football club boys with black armbands on as a sign of respect as well.
Good luck, Craig. Thank you, mate.
Yes, as we get ready for the start of this game with the referee in the middle, Craig Chan. An experienced referee, refereeing across the men's premiership over the past few years. The Tigers certainly looking for a strong start here. First look of the new Josh Henderson.
I think one of the things that both coaches talked about to me during the week is they're looking for a fast start here, so it'll be interesting to just see who wins the ball off the kickoff and what happens there. But yeah, both teams are one of their key goals for today was looking for a fast start.
As the referee gets us underway, Henderson with a deep kick into the 22.
Good work. Stay, hold, timing. Step, one step. Yep, good now. That's inside.
Football club looking for a clearing kick here through Lauder.
Good work.
And gets it out just by the 10.
Great first exit by football club. Lords, Jamie Lauder will be happy with that.
Numbers, Tigers. Full. White stay. Good. Time back on.
First line out of the game goes to the middle. Barlow with the carry. Lee gets it out to the forwards. Experienced Jamie Chipman taking that ball in.
Don't play the line.
Lee switches up play, goes to the left, sees a bit of space. Great show and go by Henderson.
Tackle now, release.
Once again, Tigers on attack. Hurst it's out, gets it to the middle. Lee chooses to go the same way. And unfortunately for Tigers, Chan pings them for holding on to that ball. Good start by the Tigers.
Yeah, that was a good few phases by the Tigers. Josh Hurstich will be a little unhappy that he didn't secure the ball and gave away the penalty there. Good release for football club.
Yeah, it's Josh Hurstich actually,
Line is yours.
big captain looking to make an impact in this game.
6. Tigers 6.
Wakely goes to the middle. Well taken as football club look to set up a more, but it is disruptive by the Tigers forwards pack. Play on, says the referee, as the ball goes down to the middle. Not smooth with the hands there, but Thierry tidies up. Slightly high, but play continues. Great short ball into Denmark.
No advantage on the halfway line. Craig 7 metres out from the touchline.
Not rolling away, called by the referee.
Yeah, some good speed in the phase work, and then in the ruck there from Hong Kong Football Club, just catching the Tigers forwards offside, not rolling away.
As Lauder shapes up for a kick, gets it down just inside the Tigers' 22.
First line out for football club here, Sam, so it'll be interesting to see where they go middle, back, or front, middle or back. Looks like a full line out.
Yes, as Tigers choose to go to the middle, they maul it up. set a platform and start marching forward. However, Lauder chooses to take it out wide. There's not much gain there, but quick ball from the ruck. He's on his own. And the referee asks the Tigers players to release. Oh, play on. No advantage gains there, but a bit of early pushing in the beginning. However, Craig Chan awards the penalty just in front of the Tigers' posts.
Yeah, I mean, just the two tens, feeling each other out as they do at the, in the first sort of 4 minutes of the game.
Shot, Jacko.
Nothing wrong with that hit from Henderson.
No.
Glenn Hughes. So, but he's if he slots this one, he's 1-0 to him.
Yes, Glenn Hughes, ever so reliant, wasn't he?
Yeah, I mean, he's he scored a lot of points in Prem Rugby and a lot of points for Football Club, obviously. So he's he was a game winner last year. So I'm not going to say any more because I don't want to put the commentator's mocker on him.
And a good, strong, solid kick through the middle gives Narcissus Hong Kong Football Club 3 points. Good start to the game. You think they'd be happy with that, Cookie?
Yeah, I think we're going to be very happy with that. I mean, first time down in the red zone, down the 22, and they collect 3 points. So, yep, he'll be ticking the box there for sure.
Once again, a nice high, deep kick down into the Football Club 22 from Henderson. Trucked up by the forwards there. However, collapsed more.
Just say unplayable, scrum down, white ball. It's not a move yet. It's not a move yet.
With Craig Chan awarding the scrum to Hong Kong Football Club.
Yeah, referee says club just slightly forward momentum there to give them the put in.
Jacko, this side's yours.
I believe it's our first scrum of the day.
First scrum of the day, and amazing, not a cloud in the sky. It's been so warm this afternoon. Who would have thought November weather? It's almost like midsummer, Sam.
Yeah, it's good rugby weather actually. We were all expecting this weekend to be washed out. However, the typhoon that was meant to come has swept away. This Football Club win the ball in the scrum. Hughes chooses to kick it down and finds a bit of space and sets up a nice line-out opportunity for Tigers just on their 22.
Yeah, good option from Glenn Hughes. Saw the space, didn't overcook it, didn't try and put too much on it, and just a lovely bounce into the corner there. That's about a 40-metre gain for a club there.
Spriggs out to Miller. Hurst just working really hard on the front there. Tigers trying to drive this more forward. 4 or 5 metre gain. Henderson sees a bit of space out right, spots Howells, who gets tackled into touch. However, the referee penalises Football Club for coming in the side.
Coming from the side.
Wakely giving away the penalty there. Lost opportunity from Club from a great kick earlier by Hughes.
Henderson's first kick out of the hand, he'll be pleased with that.
I'm in the middle.
30-metre gain. Certainly looks like he's got all the skills.
Yeah, he's been quite a key playmaker actually. 10 minutes into this game, keeping club on their toes. Once again, Spriggs goes down the middle. Hurst with a strong carry. Lee looking for a quick ball. Out to Henderson.
Happy Jacko.
Lee out to Spriggs. Bit of untidy play there, however, picked up by Tyler Spitz. Once again, Lee to Spriggs, who's featured very heavily in this first 10 minutes.
Off black foot, play
However,
on.
he's lost control of the ball. Big pressure coming on. Bit of pressure here on Denmark.
Half step, half step.
As Lauder looks to take control.
Go with it.
Gets a tidy pass out to Glenn Hughes, who calms things down.
Yeah, good pressure by Tigers there, Borelli Walsh Tigers. Just, putting the phases together and moving it from side to side.
Full
And
line out football club.
asking the questions of club's defence. They'll be happy with that.
Especially just kicked by your own player.
Yeah, really good to see the Tigers forwards actually having a real impact on this game. Spriggs and Hurstich.
Yeah, they look fit, don't they? They look very, very fit.
Sack is good. You said sack is good.
Suspiciously brought down, but ref Faree allows play to continue as Lee gets it out.
13 coming from the side.
Tigers players coming off their feet. They'll be disappointed with that.
Mark's here. Mark's
Yeah,
here.
I'm not sure. It was either coming off his feet or moving through the ruck, taking a man out without the ball. But either way, that's a big let off for club because they were building pressure there, building momentum. So big let off.
Craig, keep working hard on those pillars. Been good.
Yeah, interestingly, also this season there's a couple of new adaptations to that law, especially around the ruck area.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, I think in a way, that's a good thing. I mean, obviously they want to keep the game moving, but I think players are pushing it right to the edge, and sometimes they go over the line, and the referee sees it and pulls it up.
Yeah. Time is off. Waiting for the ball. All right, football club. Let's come in. Come back on.
Wakely with the throw. Quick ball from the line out. He had the right idea. McCormick Houston, however, just didn't fall to the hands. As Lee looks to clear it, Henderson puts it up high. Pressure coming on to Terry. Well taken.
That's outside.
Charlie Wilson with the pressure there, however, well taken by Nate Terry. As club look to settle. And once again build a platform to get it out of their own 22. Lauder with the box. Bit of pressure here on Zach Hurstich. However, he does well. Great tackle. Untidy ball. Football club pouncing it. Glenn Hughes sees a bit of space out wide. Axton Barrett with a kick downfield.
That's inside.
Tied it up by Henderson.
Everyone's on now.
However, unlucky for him, that ball stays in play as club pick it up and kick it out just on the half.
Yeah, a bit of force back there, net gain to the Tigers. I see Paddy Jenkinson, that previous ruck, made the tackle and then swooped on the loose ball. He was a great player last year, and it looks like he's continuing that form this year. Great to see.
Lee out to Hurstich with another strong carry up the middle. Spitz gets it out wide to Zach Hurstich, brother of Josh. Football club defense line there, a bit too eager as the referee penalizes them for being offside. Good pressure coming in from club though, isn't it, Cookie? They have disrupted Tigers.
Yeah, I mean, I think really both sides are actually. I think they're trying to play high-paced football, which you can understand given the fact that these guys, their fitness levels are so good. And what that means is that you've got a lot of players sort of in the ruck area quickly, and there's a lot of disruption on both sides. So that's forcing the turnovers, forcing the errors. I think as we go through the game and they start to tire a bit, you'll probably find that'll settle itself down. I think if anything, probably both sides need to just calm it down a notch and just work to their set patterns.
As we see Josh Henderson here with an opportunity to get his first points for the club with a penalty kick 45 metres away from the posts. Decent kick, certainly got the distance and he's got it through. That brings Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers 3, Narcissus Hong Kong Football Club 3.
Gee, well, Sammy struck that, beautifully, and I think it still had, it was an effortless kick, and it still had, there is a bit of a breeze I can feel now, but certainly it was an effortless kick, and, it looks like he's a guy that can kick it probably 55, 60 metres, so club's going to have to watch out for that.
Great addition for the Tigers, as Hughes looks for a high restart, gathered by Henderson. Once again, Hurstich puts his hand down, carries that ball forward. Lee out to Henderson, who knocks it over just the halfway line. Great exit there from the USRC Tigers.
Yeah, as I've said, we're going to keep talking about this guy's name, I think, throughout the match. Josh Henderson, he's got all the skills, hasn't he?
Wakely with the throw to the middle. Oh, sneaky chip kick. Sees a bit of space. Well gathered by Glenn Hughes. Tries to offload it, however, doesn't fall to the hands of the football club player as Tigers look to kick it out. Pressure on as football club with a line-out throw here. Great piece of play there by Glenn Hughes.
Yeah, very good from Hughes, and a great line from Axton Barrett.
Time back on.
Be interesting to see here. Football club keep it in tight as the throw goes to the front.
In the air.
And they do just that. As they look to match it forward, the maul breaks into pieces. Good defense coming in there from Tigers, however, referee calls it illegal. What's going on here, Cookie?
Oh, look, there's a couple of handbags being thrown there, but I think at the end of the day, it's this both teams are just trying to, after 16 minutes, just sort of, trying to assert their authority, and no side taking a backward step. So hey, it's all part of the excitement of the game, isn't it?
It has been a while since they've last played, hasn't it?
No doubt.
What I call this. During the line out.
Just not sure about whether they're talking about foul play here or.
Mismatch anything from you from Black 8? Okay.
Clearly they've seen something.
Okay. Josh. I know it's a mistiming thing. Okay, just leave here after the whistle.
Yeah, referee Craig Chan talking to Hurstich here about trying to keep things calm and clean. The penalty count is against Tigers, giving away 5 penalties so far to Hong Kong Football Club's 2.
So on the 15th, all right? Where's the ball? On the 15th, yeah.
As the referee calls another penalty, bringing Tigers to giving away 6 penalties so far. 16 minutes into this game.
Yeah, that penalty count, that's certainly going to hurt them when you've got a kicker of the calibre of Glenn Hughes. So what, Sam, was that no arms tackle, was it? I think that's what he was.
I believe so.
Intimating. Not sure who the player was. Josh, I could see Captain Josh Hurstich is talking to his guys now and just saying, hey, come on guys, calm down and let's just concentrate on and playing the game here.
Craig, water break.
Yeah, you've got to give it to Tigers though, trying to
Water break.
give everything they have to Football Club. They were building very solidly in that maul, a metre from the try line. Nothing came of it, however Hughes has an opportunity to extend Football Club's lead. And the ever so reliant Glenn Hughes brings the score out to 6-3 to Narcissus Hong Kong Football Club. As you said, Cookie, they certainly have to watch their discipline with the reliable hip boot of Glenn Hughes.
Yeah, no question about it. But, as you said, that they're wanting to assert their authority on the match, and sometimes that means that you just step over that line. But
Henderson with a short kick here, changes direction. However, Club tidied it up well. Extra roll coming here on the ground. Play continues. Another short kick over the top by Glenn Hughes.
5-goal offside. Mark, please.
Saw the advantage was being played. Tigers a little bit too eager in their defensive line, coming off offside.
yeah, and that again, that increases the penalty count. I think I would imagine that at some stage Campbell Wakely, the captain of Hong Kong, Texas Hong Kong Football Club, is going to be asking the question of the referee in terms of, hey, how many penalties are these guys going to give away?
Hello.
Yes, head coach Sam Hocking would be disappointed with the building penalty count.
6.
Well taken there by the Tigers forwards. As Lauder sees a bit of space out wide. Good pressure coming on Hughes there. Slow ball coming out from the ruck. However, out to Charles Field, who carries that ball forward. Lauder to Gualino. Quick hands coming in there. Ball gets out to Max Denmark, who has a go down the right. Well contained. Football Club still with the possession. There's a great carry coming in there from Calvin Smith. Tigers not committing anyone to that ruck. Kurtship with a big hit. Stops that gain line. Now they've lost control here. He'll be disappointed with that, Morrison, as Tigers look to run it out of their own 22.
No advantage from there, just a knock on.
No advantage gained from that knock on.
Yeah, I think certainly the speed. What I've been impressed with on both sides really is the speed of the delivery from especially from the ruck and maul area. And you see again there with Football Club building the phases. Just a shame that Rafe Morrison was a loose carry there. It's good intensity though, isn't it?
Yeah, very much so. Very much so. Good start by both teams.
You hear me, right?
Really good to see the injection of the Sevens players. Great strong run down there on the right by Max Denmark. They were looking to get the ball out to him more often.
Yeah, and I think the other thing too that we probably need to comment on is the robust defence on both sides. Everyone's making their tackles. I mean, I'm not sure what the missed tackle count might be, but probably look at that at half time. But right now, I think it's pretty low.
As we have a water break here, the games today being played with water break every 20 minutes. Club with 60% of the possession so far. You think they'd be happy with the score, Cookie?
Yeah, well,
Mark on the 15, Craig.
I think at the end of the day, 6-3, 6-3. They'll be happy with the fact that they've got the field position, but once again, I think that's a reflective of, in terms of the scoreline, is reflective of the fact that the Borelli Walsh Tigers' defence has been very, very good, and that's keeping them in the game.
Okay. You got this side,
Yeah, I got this side, Craig.
Yes, I'm sure head coach Sam Hocking would be looking for them to continue that for the next 60 minutes.
On the left.
As we shape up here for a Tigers scrum.
Bind. Set.
Lee out to Henderson. With a strong kick. Puts it into touch. Giving Hong Kong Football Club a line out just on the half.
Again, another very, very good exit from Josh Henderson.
I guess.
Football Club walking into the line out, slightly overthrown. Untidy ball, however, picked up by the Tigers. Chris Mays. Henderson out to Spitz. Who nudges it forward. Was that lost control or is that a kick through, Cookie?
Oh, look, it's on the far side of the field. It was hard for me to see, but so I'm not progressed to know that. It looks like it's just out.
Kicked it
again,
through.
Again, I think they're trying. They're looking to challenge the midfield defences. Putting the ball in behind and then having their runners rush through. They're doing that on both sides. That seems to be the strategy from both sides at the moment.
Great take there by Field. However, another penalty against Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers. Chipman not too happy there with the discipline. Just gives an easy opportunity for Football Club to clear their own half.
Yeah, doesn't it? It's just it's just letting the pressure off after building some good momentum, some good field position, and then just basically letting the air out of the balloon and giving Football Club a chance to take the ball and get back into Tigers territory.
Wakely will be hoping for a better throw here. Great take from Jevon Groves as Rafe Morrison runs it up, gets a bit of support. Quick ball needed as Hughes sees a bit of space out wide. Chooses to go inside to Denmark. Once again, another inside ball to Groves. Strong defense line coming up here by the Tigers. An excellent tackle and great steal there coming in from the captain. Josh Hertstich, he'll be pleased with that.
Oh yeah, again the big bubble, leading by example. That was a great tackle. Offensive defence is what they call that. Great timing.
Certainly is a good leader who does the work. Sets an example for the guys.
Yeah, so he rolls sideways, and then we expect him to clean up. That's why we want him.
An important turnover. And they get the line out just on the half.
Yeah, I think this is an important part of the game here. 24 minutes gone. I mean, it's only 6-3. This is anybody's game right now. I think the next 10 minutes will be very interesting.
Once again, Tigers choose to take it in straight after that line out with a big carry. However, there's a big hit coming in there from Max Denmark. He can defend just as he can attack.
Turnover's good.
Balls up.
Lift the line.
Which Football Club able to take that away in the ruck. Nate Terry gets it out wide.
Oh, now. You're on now, thank you.
Nudges the ball downfield. Let's see what Henderson can do here. chooses to pick it up and play. Bit of pressure on coming in here from Groves. A little bit in trouble as the pressure comes in from Football Club. However, Tigers managed to retain the ball. Strong carry needed here from Hurstich.
Use it.
As Tigers look to set up a platform for a box kick downfield into Lauder. Nate Terry calls it.
Great carry by Axton Barrett.
Quick ball played from the ruck areas. Football Club go on the charge.
Ruck.
Quick ball from the ruck. Bit of a show and go, however, he is wrapped up by the Tigers.
Yellow offside. Craig, yellow offside.
Finish. Go for
Good line
offside.
speed from the Tigers, however, referee has called it illegal. And another penalty. Cookie.
Yeah, offside. Another offside. Sadly for Tigers.
Not just another penalty in that red zone.
Certainly, I'm sure the referee's going to have a chat with Hurstich and say, hey, look, that's another one in the red zone. Probably not. He doesn't look like he's going to the pocket, but we don't know. Maybe let's wait and see.
The penalty count 8-3 against the Tigers.
Momentum. That's 4. That would be a yellow card for him. All right.
Discipline.
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
I'm sure one of the topics at halftime.
Yeah, and I think he's going to his pocket here. I think you'll find.
Yeah. So what happened is I got 2 penalties in a row in the red zone.
Yeah.
First one by your teammate offside.
Yeah.
That's fine. It's playing advantage.
Yeah.
This player here on the ground actually stopping the ball while the line trying to play a quick flow.
Yeah.
All right. Therefore, there will be a yellow card for him. All right. Yellow card
He's calling it a professional foul on the ground, so it's a yellow card.
Slowing the ball down from the breakdown.
So not only is he injured, but he gets to have 10 minutes to recover, which is always a difficult one. I think when you're injured and then you get a yellow card, it's like insult to injury, isn't it?
Sorry, double blow.
Sorry about that.
A double blow, however, a 10-minute rest. Interesting what Tigers do here with the prop Etheridge sent off.
Yeah, I mean, I guess
they're choosing for a scrum.
I guess they'll call a
got it.
Football club will call a scrum, and they'll have to get a prop replacement on.
I'm off first now.
Which we're waiting for now.
7 yellow off. 7 yellow off.
7 yellow.
Some positional organisation needed. With Mays coming off, allowing Tigers an opportunity to have a strong front row.
You mean you want me to watch this side?
Time back on.
Harrison Dobbs coming on.
Crouch. Bind.
I'm sure looking to make a strong impact in this scrum. With the man down against the Tigers. Football Club keep it tight. As the scrum's gone up, referee calls advantage. Untidy ball at the back there. However, I believe the referee has awarded a penalty try. Cookie.
Far side and go in.
Yeah, once again, I think it's just pressure. 2 penalties and then the third one. Man in the bin. New prop on. Football Club. Too much pressure in the scrum. Interesting, he went to a penalty try on the very first one, which is, obviously he's got the right to do that, but typically it's maybe after the, second or third go at it. So you'd probably say that Tigers may be a little hard done by there, but just at the end of the day, it's just a lot of pressure by the club, which has resulted in and 7 points.
Jacko, your time left?
Yeah, as you said, Cookie. Interesting to see a penalty try awarded there. However, Tigers have infringed. First try of the game. Coming through penalty try. As 7 points automatically added now with the new law modification around that penalty try. That brings the score 13 points to 3 for Narcissus Hong Kong Football Club, as Hershett shapes up for another barnstorming run here. Great 20-meter gain. Certainly looking to make another impact just before the end of this half. Not much forward gain here from the Tigers' back line. However, they do have the advantage of the penalty.
Just inside the 15. Wide 8, offside.
Been a while since Tigers have been in football club territory, so I guess they'll kick for the corner. No, he's not. He's going to have a kick at goal. Josh Henderson backing himself having a kick at goal. Good on him.
Yeah, why not, Cookie? Still quite early in the game.
Got to be in to win, right? I mean, there's always two schools of thought about, points on the board versus, field position and pressure. But I don't know. I'm a great believer in you've got to make up those points and take them while you've got them. And if you've got a fly half that believes in himself and can kick the goals, which it looks like he can from way back, why not? Go for it, son.
Decent kick here from Henderson. As the ARs put their flags up, that brings the score 6 to Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers to Hong Kong Football Club's 13.
How are you going up?
You said.
Keep the whip, Pat, keep the whip.
Hughes with the kick. Good pressure coming in there from Denmark. However, tied it up by the Tigers forward pack. Leader Henderson, who once again puts in another great kick. Gives Football Club an opportunity to attack with the line out 10 metres in the Tigers' half.
I think probably what's impressed me the most here is Glenn Hughes' decision making in terms of field position, and that's putting a lot of pressure at the back on the Tigers' defence.
As Lauder switches up play, Terry sees a bit of space, puts a kick through.
Still alive.
A couple of metres gained. Yes, as you said, Cookie, some good decisions made by the football club team. Good to see them switching up play, left, right, putting the kick through. As Tigers go long.
Use it!
Club don't commit anyone to that line out.
Right now. That's inside.
As he tidies up himself with a box kick.
Yeah, I mean, as we say, in terms of kicking for field position, the kick's only as good as the runners that are chasing through and putting pressure on the opposition. And I think in terms of some of the things that club have done so far, the 32 minutes gone, that's probably a big one.
Morrison with the strong carry here, however, great defense coming in there by the Tigers back line. Axton Burrett taken down. He's lost the ball in that ruck area. As Lee sees a bit of space, puts it up high. Well taken there by Glenn Hughes. Gets it out. Good pressure coming in here from the Tigers. And they'd be pleased with that. Excellent pressure coming in there from Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers. Strong carry from Morrison, however, the defense just too good.
Let's go,
Of course, Tigers still playing with 14 men.
Set.
6 minutes till half time. Lee out to Wilson. Chipman plays halfback. Out to Miller. Hertzschmidt with a strong carry. Tigers really trying to crack that Football Club 22. Henderson with an inside ball to Zach Hertzschmidt. Both Hertzschmidts featuring prominently in this play.
Take it now, release. Stay. Good. Good work. No, last one.
Pressure coming on here by Football Club, however, he has to release. Lee out to Chipman, good short ball into Edwards. However, not enough support coming in there. Pressure coming in from Football Club, and they get the turnover.
Yeah, and there it is once again. I mean, I think, you know, when Coach Sam decides to do an analysis of this first half, you know, he's going to see that probably, I would suggest, maybe even half the penalties have been for not rolling away, or you know, just staying, you know, half a yard and just too tight in the tackle. So from a technique point of view, I'm sure that's something that he'll want the guys to work on next week. No doubt.
No, you guys was under it.
Yes, Herschel will be disappointed there, as Tigers did very well to get into the Football Club 22, just couldn't come away with any points. As we have a line out here, Chipman putting great pressure on the Football Club team. Excellent play there by Jamie Chipman. That's exactly what they're looking for. Big plays from their key forwards. Wakely a bit angry in the middle there.
Let me check if I first. Time's off first. You got anything before the push? Yeah, just
as the referees talk.
Yeah, I mean, Campbell Wakely, you know, ex-King's College, Queensland, University of Queensland rep.
Almost finished the first half.
Player, you know, he's not going to take a step backwards either. You know, he's a clean player, don't get me wrong, but no, he'll lead from the front all day. In fact, both these guys will. And then off the field, they're such nice guys.
Simple as that. Line up. Let's go. No, scrum. Sorry, scrum.
That's right.
Let's go. Come on, let's go.
They're certainly giving it to each other in this first game of the season for both teams.
I got the sun, so.
Same again.
Football Club still with a one-man advantage.
Crouch. Seek. Bind. Set.
Solid scrum there from the Tigers. As Howells comes in off the wing. Lee chooses to go left, another inside ball from Henderson into Hershich, who looks for that offload, however falls in the hand of Groves. Football Club back with the possession.
Use it!
Referee tells Lauder to uses it. Hughes with a kick downtown. Hirsch out to Henderson, who weighs up his options, gets it out to Howells. Wrapped up there by the Football Club defence. Edwards with a strong carry. Hershich looking to get it out to Henderson, who tries freeing it up out wide. The pressure coming in there from Football Club.
Please. So you've got options, it's a forward part. Oh, I know. So it's a scrum.
Forces Tigers to make an error.
Again, that defence just, on both sides, but certainly Football Club then driving them towards the sideline, and then they pretty much, were in a very small space and ran out of options, and the forward pass came. Once again, another turnover, which Tigers will not be happy with. I felt they were building some good momentum there.
Yeah, they have been doing so for the past 10 minutes. Tigers, penalty try awarded against them has made them switch on.
Crouch. Bind.
As Football Club shape up for a scrum here.
Sit.
Just as we come up to the end of the first half. Pressure coming in from the Tigers. Illegally though, as the referee awards another penalty against the Tigers.
I got 1 more minute. 1 more minute. 1 more minute for the first half. Yeah.
The referee's calling 1 more minute before the end of the half. And so,
can we do it after the half
Glenn
time?
Hughes has decided, hey, why not? I'm going to have a shot at goal and run down the clock.
Glenn Hughes, Cookie's certainly a key player for this Football Club team.
Yeah, I think he's. We'll talk about it at half time. I think he's, he's run the team around the park, very, very well, and obviously he's got a game plan that he's agreed with Coach Jack Wiggins, and he seems to be executing that well. This is a crucial kick, because this puts, if this goes over, it puts Football Club, 2 scores ahead.
.50-meter kick coming on here, falls just to the right of the post as Henderson kicks it out for the half-time. That brings this half-time score. Nactissus Hong Kong Football Club 13 to Borelli Welsh USRC Tigers 6.
I'll check with you on the 4th minute, yeah? On the 4th minute.
Thoughts on this first half of the game, Cookie?
Yeah, well, I think it's still anyone's match here. If you take out the penalty try, it's a 6-all ball game. So, if you're Borelli Tigers, you're not going to be unhappy with that. That said, I think in terms of, so there's the positives there in terms of their defence is working well, and I think they've obviously got a great 10 in Henderson. I think where they're letting themselves down is really the penalty count. I'm not sure what the penalty count is. In fact, I've just got it in front of me now. So penalty count is 11-4, Tigers 11, Club 4, and that's a huge difference. So once again, if you overlay that on top of everything else that Tigers have done, it's not a bad effort. So they need to, second half, clearly the focus is to cut out the errors, cut out the turnovers, and seriously the penalties. From club side, I mean, they'll probably be a little bit more disappointed because in a way that they've had a lot of possession, a lot of territory, and haven't really turned it into points. That said, it's a tight match, and I think I keep saying, the defence is on both sides.
For me, on the last two scrums, I feel like there's something happening, but it's not clear on my side.
Yes, Cookie. So here we are at the end of the first half of this game 2. USRC Tigers against Naktissis Hong Kong Football Club. How do you think the coaches are feeling right now, Cookie?
Yeah, I mean, as I said, it's I think it's been a very interesting first half. I think defence has been key on both sides. In terms of Tigers, just really the penalty count. The 11-4. I mean, that's hurting them. If you look at that and you look at the penalty try, other than that, I think they'll be pretty happy with the way they've performed.
Yeah, and I agree.
Would you agree with that?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
I do believe. I'd say Hocking would be the happier coach going into this half.
Yeah, and I mean on the opposite side, Jack Wiggins Football Club. I think they've had a lot of territory, a lot of possession. And they're only 7 points ahead. So obviously I think he'll be wanting to say, guys, when you get down into the 22 area, you need to turn it into points.
Yes, agree. So the ball in play time here was almost 20 minutes in that first half. Good to see both teams keeping the ball in hand.
It was very
trying
intense.
To attack.
Yeah, I think it was really, really intense. Once again, the mark of the guys, and their fitness, their strength and conditioning. And I thought, apart from with ball in hand, I thought there was a lot of accuracy.
Yep.
It's just the maul and ruck time and the turnover. Not releasing. I think probably 4 or 5 times. DEA Tigers not releasing, which it makes it difficult, especially. And I think they did it at crucial times when they were in the 22.
Yep.
The opposite 22.
And let's talk about some of the key players for the Tigers. Josh Henderson certainly making an impact in this first half.
Oh, look, he's got all the skills, hasn't he? There he is, ball out of hand, kicking goals, kicking for the line. He hasn't missed one. He's got them out of trouble. A lot of times, I think his exits have been brilliant. I mean, he had one nice run, show and go, and he got through.
Yes.
I think the guy's got a lot of skill, a lot of talent. Looking to see more of him in the second half.
Agree.
I think on football club side, just the whole forward pack, they're working really, really hard. Obviously led from the front, ably led by Campbell Wakely.
Yep.
And then, as I said, Glenn Hughes driving them around the park. Clearly the field position is what they want, and he's getting that. I think you'll see a lot more of that in the second half. There is a breeze. There is, albeit slightly, but there is a breeze which will favour the club in the second half.
Yeah, I agree. The Glenn Hughes and Josh Henderson, good competition between the both of them. However, it was really good to see Tigers and their forward packs. Good strong carries from Josh Hershich and Jamie Chipman. Good experience coming in there.
No question about it. I mean, and it's the old heads that are going to, at the end of the day, that they come through and win this game on both sides. I think in terms of the experiment of having Rafe Morrison in the centres, whilst he's come onto the ball well, I think he's made a couple of errors which he won't be happy with, so that'll be interesting to see how he goes in the second half. But it's going to be a good one.
Yes, exciting
Lots
stuff.
to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. Still, this game is anyone's. as we have the first line out of the second half here. Set piece, very accurate for both teams in that first half. I'm sure Wakely's looking for another strong start. As the second half gets underway with Morrison. A carry up towards the 22. Hooker on hooker. Brought down another inside ball. Great line there by Nate Terry. However, he's lost control of that ball in that ruck. Tidied up by Barlow. As Lee organizes. Short box kick. Well taken there by the Tigers. They'll be pleased with that kick and regather. Lee out to Henderson. Oh, untidy ball there from Spitz. Pressure coming in from Denmark. Picked up by Purvis. Club eager to get off that defensive line as another box kick comes in. Well taken there by Morrison. Pressure from Chipman. Forces Lauder to take it in. Loses control, however, is able to hang on to it at that ruck as Tigers fan out. Lauder with the box. Well taken by Zach Hurstich.
You lost it.
Lee out to Henderson, who sees a bit of space. However, well read by Tateri. Great 30-meter gain. Hurstich with a big tackle. Club still in control. Big hit coming in there on Groves. Forces the error.
Bit of
pressure coming in there from Football Club. Exciting stuff. 3 minutes into that first half.
Gee, they obviously had their oranges at half time, didn't they? Hey? Wow, that's great intensity on both sides, great defence, great attack. Yeah, amazing.
The good old half-time oranges. We need to bring that back.
You would have remembered that, wouldn't you, Sam? You remembered that in the old days?
Someone told me about it. Someone told me about it.
Time's off. Substitutions.
Play on. Okay, he's calling it. Okay, five white. Five white.
Substitutes being made here, Cookie.
Yeah, so I think they're calling...
Sorry, can you confirm it's 4 or 5?
No, they're calling 4.
5.
So
He told me 5.
So Charles Field comes off the field and he's replaced by Callum McCulloch.
They told me 5.
So you want 5, am I correct?
They keep saying 5.
Sorry, guys.
Football Club going to their bench quite early.
They're saying number 5.
There's actually a bit of confusion here. I think they've got their numbers wrong and they're now going to...
Can you confirm that, please, Steve?
I think we've got
happy
Charles
now.
Field coming back on.
4. Yeah, leave it at 4 for now.
No, they've decided to keep it at 4.
Come back on.
Of course, Tigers with back to 15 men.
Crouch. Bind. Sit.
Solid scrum from Football Club as they continue driving it forward.
Now both drop first.
Looking for that penalty. However, referee calls a restart. A reset in that scrum area.
Yeah, I think that was one of the things that we didn't talk about at half time was the with the scrum dominance of Football Club. They've certainly obviously been working on that in the off season. They look very tight and very powerful, don't they? Great control.
Yeah, absolutely, with that solid front row. Chapman and Smith giving Football Club a strong platform to work off.
Bind. Sit.
Pressure coming in here from the Tigers, and excellent pressure coming in here from the Tigers. How good. Putting that pressure on the football club scrum gives them the penalty.
Well, that's an interesting sea change, isn't it, compared to the first half? They're obviously, well rewarded, and you can just tell by the by the reaction of the players, how much they must have spoken about that at the half time, and they've got the first result, first blood, second half. Well done, Tigers.
Absolutely, they'd be very pleased with that. Just what a team needs to spark things up. As Spriggs shapes up for the throw, chooses to go back to the captain. However, excellent steal coming in there from Football Club. Set piece won, set piece lost. Great take there from Denmark. As Wakely looks to play half, gets it out wide. Bit of space here from McCormick Houston. Nudges it forward, bit of pressure coming in on
Knock on by what?
Tomo Howells.
No foul play. Just knock on.
The option, yeah, Craig. It's knock on into
Tries
touch.
to say he was taken in the air.
By goal, right? You got options. You got line out or scrum.
So obviously Jack Wiggins is wanting to put pressure on the set piece line out for Tigers, and brought McCulloch on, and he's the first line out that he was involved in. He got the steal. It was a great steal, and gives Football Club a great opportunity in terms of field position.
Yeah, absolutely. Just what you're looking for in a substitute. Impact in the first play, as Football Club choose to leave that line out. An extra roll on the ground, hanging on to the ball. They'll be disappointed with that, just as they secured the set piece.
Again, Sam, it's just those little things that at the end of the day they all sum up to a lot, and they're sort of real coach killers. So I'm sure that Sam Hocking would have talked to them at half time about penalties.
Craig, don't engage.
Absolutely. As Wakely talks to Craig Chan, Hughes looks to extend their lead out to 10 points if this kick goes over. Head down and kicks it through the posts, bringing the score to Nactissus Hong Kong Football Club 16, Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers to 6.
Yeah, Glenn Hughes will be happy with that. Got the radar back on. Adding another 3.
Football Club making some more changes here, Cookie.
Yep, so we've got Tom Stanley on, replacing, just can't quite see who that is.
Henderson gets it down. Has a strong carry here, bringing that ball up 15 metres. No halfback. Hughes chooses to organise his forwards as they take it in. Lauder back on his feet. Gets it out. As he looks for a platform to build off. Gets it over the top, however, kicks it straight out. He'd be disappointed with that, Cookie.
Yeah. So Paul Gualino Tom Stanley was the replacement for Paul Gualino. So number 8 left the field, and Tom Stanley is the hard-running Kiwi boy from Christchurch.
2 changes here for the Tigers. Chipman coming off and Etheridge.
Come back on.
I think that's Craig Lodge in 19 too, isn't it?
Another great steal there from McCulloch in that line-out.
That's inside.
Line-out not looking so strong in the second half for the Tigers. Yeah, again, McCulloch, he's in the Hong Kong representative setup. And has been for a while, and he's got a lot of talent, that guy. So to bring someone like that off the bench, that's what we talked. I think at the beginning about the depth in the football club. They can just replace one sort of key player with another, and certainly he's earned his wage, since he's just come on.
Play on.
No doubt.
As Lee gets it out to Spitz. Henderson with a high kick up. Well gathered by Terry. However, pressure's on. Tigers with an opportunity here and just loses it. Very unlucky there. No one was in front of him. However, he just couldn't control Sam Purvis.
Yeah, Sammy, you give Sam that ball 9 times out of 10, he'll catch it. He's a very talented, normally in the centres, very talented player, Sam Purvis. He'll be disappointed with that.
Yeah, it was a testing kick. Good pressure coming in from the Tigers' back line, forcing the error.
Very, very good kick. Very good kick from Henderson.
Crouch.
As we have a great view of the scrum here.
Set.
Barlow on Chapman. Ball shoots towards the back. There's pressure coming in on the scrum from the Tigers. Great pressure coming in from both sides at the set-piece area in this half.
You two lead the pack, stay in there instead of going up.
As the scrum's set up,
Crouch.
Tigers, I'm sure, looking to put more pressure on.
Set. 1, 2, 3, 4. You set.
As Football Club win their own scrum, he has taken that back. An error there from the Hong Kong Football Club team. The ball taken back into that 22. Gives USRC Tigers an opportunity to attack off their line out. Football Club with the sack. However, Tigers regain possession of that ball. Strong carry from Josh Hershich.
Advantage not gone. Not gone.
However, they have lost control. Lauder with the clearance kick. However, Tigers with a line-out opportunity just in there in 22. Ball goes over the top. Well gathered there by Stanley. Great interplay here between the Football Club backs as the Terry looks to free it up. Just needed to be a bit more patient there.
Yeah, agree totally. I mean, there was a few interesting to see a few holes starting to appear in that in the Tigers, Borelli Welsh Tigers defence. You get these fast men in the Hong Kong Football Club and Texas back line. They'll be looking to exploit that.
Yeah, there was lots of opportunity to attack outright. However, opportunity lost as Tigers win their own line out.
That's once, not going anywhere.
Lee once again looking for the territory.
Great substitution.
Gets a decent kick
Complete.
to the half.
Complete.
Yeah, he's showing his class here, Kato Lee. Just a cool head, great execution. All that Hong Kong Sevens experience, eh, Sam?
Yeah, absolutely. As you said, you know, he's the experienced Tigers need. They're still very much into this game. As Football Club win their own line out. Big hits coming in there through the middle on Stanley.
So I see John D. Woods on the field for Jamie Lauder. And again, another good halfback substitution.
Yeah. Whately with the chip kick through.
Use it!
As Hurst brings it forward.
On your own player.
Once again, Lee organising. Box kick over the top. Terry gathers.
That's outside.
Hatchets gets it out to Henderson, who looks to kick it out, however, doesn't get the meters he was after. Tight second half here, Cookie.
Yeah, again, it's that pressure on field position. Tigers looking to build and build some momentum, but Football Club just coming back and using the kick and putting it in behind, and then the chases, which enables them to get territory.
Wood out to Hughes, untidy ball in the middle. He'd be disappointed with that. However, good pressure coming up from the Tigers back line.
Yeah, very out of character for Glenn
Okay,
Hughes.
which side are you taking?
But equally good pressure from the defence of Borelli Welsh Tigers.
Crouch.
As we set up for a scrum here, John T. Wood. Scrum half coming on for Lauder. Once again, the scrum has come up. Great work there from the Tigers front row.
Oh, just great domination. And they've turned the tables, haven't they? Well done. Good on them.
Is it on your side?
Complete.
Yeah, they certainly have turned the tables, I'm pretty sure, as well on the penalty count. As Tigers choose to take the penalty kick here just inside their own half.
Yeah, that's got to be 55, I guess. No real angle.
Henderson keen to show what he's got. Not much of a breeze up here. So he's on his own. Big kick. Unfortunately, he had the distance, just went right to the post. Cookie.
Gee, that was a great effort, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Just fell under the bar.
Tigers showing what a weapon Henderson is, or can be if he gets a penalty.
Yeah, I mean, regardless of the outcome of this match, he's definitely a find for Tigers, no doubt about that. And we're going to see a lot more of this talented fly half during the season for sure.
Hughes with the throw out 22. Once again, Persic wants his hands on the ball. Club putting on the pressure at that ruck there, however, taken by Tigers. As we have a kick for a kick here. Both teams looking for that territory. Terry with a high bomb in the middle. Chases his own kick, puts pressure on. Regathered by the football club side. Good carry there by Jenkinson. Tigers with numbers here. Football club with numbers here. Looks for an inside ball. Spots a gap and gets the try. Axton Barrett with the try in the corner. Cookie, what are your thoughts?
Oh, look, we'll cover it on the replay, but there's just some great skill, some great skill from Tateri, and lovely high kick, and then going up for the ball, genuinely going up the ball. Here he comes, and then the ball comes out left. This is the last bit of it.
Keep your focus.
I see Lauders back on the field, and then inside Axton Barrett, and it's going to be hard to stop him from there. He's a bit of a beast. There's the axe, but great try by Football Club. Can't take it away from them.
Another quarter water break.
Yeah, absolutely. Football Club will be very pleased with that try there. Second try in this match for the Hong Kong Football Club team. First try actually dotted down over the line. As Hughes looks for the extra two. Pressure coming on from the Tigers, however he gets it.
Great kick from Hughes from the sideline.
That extends the lead just at this second half water break to Hong Kong Football Club Nactissus 23 to Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers 6.
So Sam, you'd have to say to yourself, if you were the Tigers, what would Sam Hocking be saying to them right now?
Well, I guess certainly he'd be pleased with how they started in that second half. However, I think Tigers are trying to do the right thing by getting that ball down into the football club half. The reliant boot of Henderson may be looking for those penalty kicks. They haven't quite cracked the opportunity at the football club line. However, I guess just getting that ball into their half.
Yeah, I agree with that. I mean, I think just field position, that territory, that's what they really need right now. I think their scrum's working well. They need to, I think Josh Henderson now needs to come into play and really just, and it's, I can feel that breeze again. I think it's got up a little bit more, and that's going to be maybe a little bit tricky, but he's got a good boot on him, so if I was him, I'd be putting into the left-hand corner, because that's the corner that it runs downhill here. From memory, when I played, that was a few years ago, of course, but I would say that would be my strategy.
Yeah, both teams looking to put that ball up high, with the pressure coming in on from the chasers.
Yeah, because I think defensively they're cancelling each other out, and so it's going to be all about field position from here on in. 20 minutes to go.
Henderson with another high kick. Well taken there by McCulloch. He's certainly featuring a lot in this second half. As the ball goes out, Tigers with a line-out opportunity here. Ball out to the middle. Lee out to Hertzich with another big carry. However, not much meters gained as Lee switches up play to the left. Henderson to Spitz. Henderson looks to control. Taken in there by Lodge.
Watch offside.
Lee out to Hertzich. They just can't seem to crack that defensive line of the club. Looking for the big hit, and the pressure has come on. Football club with the penalty. Quick tap taken there by Jonty Wood.
Offside.
Pressure coming in from the Tigers. Oh, they'll be unfortunate. Unlucky there. Good option there to take the quick penalty tap.
Yeah, I think the line the line speed of both sides
Craig, I got this side.
is forcing the errors. Again, that the attacking defence is just cancelling each other out. I think they'll both be looking to just chip in behind or put the ball up really high and have the chasers come through.
Let's win that hit, bro. Crouch.
As we see Donnelly and Andrews coming on.
Bind.
New front row for Football Club.
Stand up.
Yeah, Mitch Andrews will go into hooker, and Ronan Donnelly will go into tight head. So they lose, knowing both of those players, well experienced players, they actually lose nothing in terms of the scrum, so it'll be interesting to see how this goes.
Keep it square. Let's go through them on me.
Yeah, great to see both teams with strong depth on their bench.
Bind. Set.
Tigers once again with a strong scrum, however, a counter push by the Football Club team. Bit of battling going on in this scrum area, Cookie.
Craig, just angles, but I feel both are going in under pressure. So
it's indicated there the two guys that have just come on. I think it's good replacements for Jack Wiggins, coach of the Texas Football Club, especially with 16 odd minutes to go. Fresh hook and a fresh prop's going to make all the difference.
Set. Take him back.
Henderson with the high kick. Great chase there from the Tigers, however, tidied up by Football Club, who once again put another high kick in. Both teams still trying to play that territory game.
Tackle now, Reese.
Henderson with the palm in the face. He's got Spitz on the inside and he uses him, however he is cut down. Quick ball played here by the Tigers as Football Club organise their defensive line. Referee awards a penalty. Cleverly slowing down there by the Football Club side.
White pillars offside too, Craig.
Yeah.
Lee up to Hertzich, who takes it forward, gets a great offload on. Terry with an important tackle there. Henderson, quick hands from Hertzich out to Spitz. He's on his own. No advantage gained. Great play there from the Tigers, Cookie.
Very good play from the Tigers, asking all the questions of Football Club. Desperate defence. At the end of the day, the penalty had already been awarded. Interesting to know what you do here. 23-6 down. Probably you'd want to go for a line out more, I would imagine, Sam.
Yeah, I'd say so. The Tigers have had very good set piece. Hertzich backing his scrum here. However, you've got to say that run and play by Josh Henderson certainly really is a key player for the Tigers.
Yeah, no doubt about it. No doubt about it.
Great find.
Probably been, I would definitely say he's the standout player so far in this match.
Absolutely. Him and Hertzich combined.
Yeah, very much so.
Crouch. Bind.
Tigers 17 points down
Quite early.
with 13 minutes left in this game. Bit of an early push there from Football Club. The scrum called again.
You just need to hold your body weight the same as the one over there. I'll let you reset. Just don't get caught.
I'm pretty sure Mitch Andrews in the middle there will put the pressure on.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
As Lee looks for a strong platform, and he gets it. Tigers just inching forward, not managing to do so. Forces Hertzich to go out right. Gets it out to Zach, who looks for an offload. Still in control of the ball, however, meters lost.
Offside midfield.
Quick play from the ruck.
And that's offside.
Lee out to Edwards. 1 meter from the try line. Tigers looking for their first try here as Hertzich gets it out to Wilson, who is cut down short.
He's allowed to use the feet.
Great pressure coming in there from the Football Club, however deemed illegal.
21
As the forwards look for their pick and go.
Offside and play the
Lee gets it out to Henderson with advantage being played. Chooses the chip kick out wide, however no advantage.
Mark on the 5.
That's sustained pressure by Borelli Walsh Tigers, and I think Football Club are going to be pretty careful here because they're racking up the penalties, and
Happy there.
any more, and he's going to be starting to give someone an early shower. I would say. They just need to be a little bit careful.
Very much so, Cookie. The discipline certainly has changed sides this half. All momentum with the Tigers in the past 5 minutes.
So the referee's actually said to Mitch Andrews, who's now the new captain, he said, talk to your players.
Tap off the penalty. Lee out to Miller there. Gets the ball out to Lodge. He's been heavily involved in the second half. Once again, Hertzich with a carry. And another penalty. Lee looking for the quick tap. However, Craig Chan does not allow it.
Hey, boys, I don't need it. Boy.
Bit of push going on. Football Club feeling the pressure.
Talk to your captain. Off you go.
A yellow card here, Cookie. Second one of the game.
Yep. Okay. So we did talk about it, and there it is. That's Tom Stanley. Tom Stanley's off, and that's a big loss. That's a big loss for Football Club. 10 minutes to go. That will be literally his last play. So Football Club now playing the last 10 minutes with 14 men.
Yeah, Craig, I got this side, don't worry. It's been good.
Yeah, real advantage for the Tigers.
Come back on.
Hoping to capitalize on all this pressure. And come away with some points.
Crouch.
Tigers will be looking for a strong scrum here. As the referee resets.
Crouch. Bind. Set.
Lee puts it in with Josh Henderson to the left of that scrum as Hurstich keeps that ball in. Penalty advantage. Once again, big scrum coming in there from the Tigers.
Just going sideways. 3-8 going down.
Putting pressure on that football club set piece, Cookie.
Yeah, absolutely. Tigers can smell.
Stay that side. This side's holding
Burley
up
Welsh
well.
Tigers can smell blood here, no doubt about it, and they'll want another scrum, and they'll put the pressure right back on them. So this is asking the questions of the whole pack, but of course, you know, they've got a man in the bin. So if you're a betting man, you'd say either a push over a try or a penalty try if there's an infringement.
Absolutely looking for consistency with that refereeing. Let's see if Tigers choose to keep it in. And they do. Another big push. Hurstich with that control and a pick. Chooses to go early and gets an excellent offload into Kadu Lee, who scores just under the post. Great try, USRC Tigers.
Well, that's just great reward for great sustained pressure. And, you know, who better to score it but the Hong Kong 7-star Kadu Lee. But the man that was the assist was obviously the captain, Josh Hurstich. And what a, right here, look, backhand pass. No one put a hand on him. Well deserved for early Welsh Tigers. And great to see Kadu Lee back in Tigers colours.
Yeah, very much so. As Henderson gets the 2. Excellent try coming there for the Borelli Welsh USRC Tigers. All that pressure paying off.
Great time check.
So I think Tigers now, Sam, you know, they've got a real opportunity here. Club are a man down. You know, they need to be smart about the strategy that they use. They've got 7 minutes. So, you know, a couple of tries and it's anybody's game.
Just at the break.
And on the other side, Football Club, well, they've got to be resolute in defence and just keep playing the game they're playing and not panic.
Hughes with the kick here. Football Club, 10-point advantage. Hurstich once again with the catch and carry.
White step. Good, well done. It's outside.
Tigers looking for that territory. However, kick out on the full.
Yeah, he was outside his 22. Unfortunately.
Very much so.
Snap.
Unfortunate there for Lee.
Yeah.
Try 1 minute, error the next.
6, Tigers 6 men. Sorry, 5 Tigers. The change. Good. Right, let's go.
Club taking it slow here at the set piece. As Andrew gets it to the front. Rips off the back and fights for a couple of meters. As Wood gets it out to Hardy. Pressure coming in there from Hurstich. Wood to Kingham with the strong carry forward. And he gets a penalty. Offside.
Shame for Tigers because you know that's probably the only error that Josh Henderson's made all day, and it's quite crucial given they're going to extend the scoreline with a kick in front.
Tigers showing strong discipline, control in the second half. Just giving away a penalty there with 5 minutes to go. Hughes with the 3.
Don't make me do that.
Extending Nactissus Hong Kong Football Club's lead out to 26 points over Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers in Game 2 of the Saxo Markets Men's Premiership. Henderson switches up play, chooses to go short, right. However, club control. Wood with a high box. Pressure coming on from club. Untidy ball. It's anyone's as club gather. De Terry sees a bit of space. Denmark with the chase. Oh, untidy hands. Great pressure coming in there from Denmark. Touch judge calls it out. Unlucky there by Sam Purvis.
Yeah, that's just great heads-up play by Nate De Terry. You know, sees the gap in behind, pushes it into the corner. Lovely, lovely touch, lovely kick. And again, fantastic chase, Sam.
Yeah, very much so. The kick and chase featuring quite heavily in this game.
I guess is coming.
Pressure back on Tigers with 3 minutes to go.
Steve, can you ask the physio to come up to look after Good to go?
Early cramp there from Henderson, feeling this Hong Kong humidity.
Yeah, I guess so. Give him one of those magic gels. That'll fix him. Not sure they ever did anything for me, but good mentally, that would be about
Andrews
it.
with the start of the middle. Oh,
hands off.
He did the right idea. Purvis claims he hit it up.
Hands off. Give me space first, yeah. Let me talk to
Morrison, though, however, he was in.
This is going to be very, very interesting. I mean, you know, if you have it on the action replay from mine, I'd have to say he slapped the ball down. Unfortunately, that means penalty try.
But, situation is a try.
You know, I mean,
knock it on.
it depends what the officials have seen.
Yellow card. All right.
Well, he's actually called it already.
Yes, absolutely. Yellow card and a penalty try. Gives Football Club an automatic 7.
14, they're not down.
Clever play in the line-out there. Switched it up. Caught Sam Purvis off guard. Second penalty try of the game, Cookie.
Yeah, amazing, crazy. I mean, yeah, just, you know, obviously a set piece by Football Club and well executed. Sadly for Tigers, I think that's probably the match now, with 2 minutes left on the clock.
20-point lead here for Football Club as De Terry takes it in.
That's good. Good work.
McCulloch with the carry. I'm pretty sure Football Club just looking to control it here as Jonty Wood with another kick downtown and a strong chase by Denmark. However, Hurstich ever so reliant and gets another great offload off. His teammate couldn't match it.
Gee, I just say Josh Hurstich, he's been Superman. He's been all around the field. I'd like to see the stats and see how many carries that man's had, but you know, an absolute captain's knock, leading from the front. He's had an outstanding match. In fact, probably for me, he's almost the best player on the park.
Yeah, I agree, Cookie. The hardest name to say, however, I've had to say it all day.
Hurstich. You don't forget Joshy. and a great man off the field as well.
Yeah, very much so.
Is that complete? Thank you. All right. Hand back on. Let's go. Sit up.
Whose ball, Jacko? Right.
Keep it square, keep it square. I got you, Kel.
Crouch.
Once again, Football Club here with the man advantage.
Bind.
As Russ Webb
Set.
comes on in that 10 position. Gets his hands on the ball. Out to Hughes with a short chip kick over the top. Well gathered there by Tigers.
Talk to me, Jock.
See what they're trying to do.
Thank you.
However, a bit of control needed.
Now on the body. Stay. Outside.
Henderson choosing to kick. A high bomb. Well controlled there. Wood gets it out to Hughes, out to Russ Webb. Let's see what he can do. Inside switch play into McCulloch. He certainly has an impact. Andrews with the carry. Wood out to Russ Webb. To Morrison. Suspiciously high, however, referee allows the play to continue. DeTerry with the kick.
Straight out. Straight out.
Bit too much on it, goes straight out.
Mark there, good.
Surely coming up to the end of the game here, Cookie.
That's all fine.
Line out.
As we have their players, hands on their knees.
They're playing on, do you want it?
From Tigers.
Nah, no quick, Jack.
Referee calls it back.
Line out.
Tigers looking for that fast finish play in the line out.
Final play, boys. Number. Josh, number.
Lee out to Henderson, who once again looks for that short kick over the top. Great nudge coming in there from Football Club. As the referee calls the end of this game. Gives the score 33, Nactissus Hong Kong Football Club, Borelli Walsh USRC Tigers 13. What a great game. It was tight in the middle, however, Football Club finished strong. Cookie, what are your thoughts?
Yeah, I think the Borelli Welsh Tigers can be happy with that. I mean, obviously not the scoreline. I think the scoreline, when you look at it, if you look at the whole game, you'd have to say probably it flattered Football Club. I mean, obviously, I think the reserves, the bench. When they came on for Football Club, I think they made a big difference. They made a big difference in the scrum.
Very much so.
So the ascendancy that DEA had in the scrum went, and then you had some speed in the back. So, again, the kicking game of Hughes and field position, I would say that was probably the strategy, and it paid off. The Borelli Walsh Tigers, their defence I thought was outstanding, and just those errors in the first half, they'll look back on it and go, hey, they were costly.
Yeah, very much so. I thought Tigers had an excellent second half there. As you said, the score doesn't reflect, not an accurate reflection of how Tigers played.
What I was really pleased about, and I think I said this at half time, was just the accuracy. Obviously notwithstanding the penalty count, but the accuracy with ball in hand, moving the ball quickly. I thought the intensity, the high pace of the game, in terms of first game of the season, that augurs well for the rest of the season.
Yeah.
No doubt about it.
Very much so. However, discipline, playing a key part in this game for both teams. A couple of penalty tries, both teams with 14 men. Certainly something I'm sure they'll be working on
Yeah, I think both teams, like first hit out, there's both teams there'll be things that they're not happy with, and there'll be plenty of work-ons. But at the end of the day, second game, and what a match. Well, it was great. Lots to look forward to.
Yeah, absolutely. I'm sure Football Club will be very pleased with their start to the season.
Yep.
And as you said, Tigers as well.
Yep, so I think we've now got Campbell Wakely, who's going to come in and join us. The winning captain for Hong Kong Football Club.
Thank you.
So I've got Campbell Wakely here with me, the winning captain for Hong Kong Football Club. Campbell, first game of the season. How was that?
It's just good to come away with a win. I think we've been working on our set piece in the last week, so to have a good, solid attacking platform. So that's been a big work on for us. So we're just happy to come away with a few good scrums, a few good line-outs, and get a bit of pay out of Glenn Hughes' boot.
Yeah, brilliant. And in terms of the scoreline, do you think it flattered you a little bit?
Like I said, we were just sort of chipping away with Glenn Hughes' boot. So we knew Tigers have a good team. So we just wanted to keep building the pressure throughout the game, and happy to do that. And
did you feel that you were able to exert your game plan on Tigers?
Yeah, definitely. Like, a big thing for us is playing 80 minutes. We've got such a good bench, like we've said before. So grind them down, play the 80 minutes, and we know we've got enough attacking strength out wide to come away with points.
Hey, well, again, congratulations. Well done. Thanks for joining us.
Thank you.
And all the best for the next games.
Cheers. Thanks, Cookie.
Cheers, mate.
Thanks, guys.
Thank you. Well, there you have it, folks. The winning captain, Campbell Wakely, and it's been a great second game. We've got another game coming up after this, and we're all looking forward to that. Kowloon versus Valley, that's always a good one. But on behalf of my co-host, Sam, and I'd just like to say thanks for joining us, Sam.
Yes.
Come into the picture, and fantastic first effort up.
Yeah, very much so. I'm sure both teams will be pleased with that. However, stay tuned, because we do have a game coming up in the Saxo Markets Men's Premiership. DAC Kowloon against Societe Generale Valley. Should be a good one.
Great, guys. Thank you, and we look forward to seeing that match. Cheers. Thanks, Sam.
Thanks, Cookie. Bye.